Got home yesterday and my boyfriend did a lot of work outside of the house, and I came home to the sunroom looking like this. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Just windows, glory, right? This is the sunroom. Because the sunroom is that empty and looks like that, this is what the kitchen looks like. Obviously, this guy was in the sunroom. And then you go into the dining room, and this is what the dining room looks like. The sunroom is basically additional storage space and whatnot. So this is what we're working with. And then the organizers for the sunroom are here. So I have here, that cabinet and this organizer that had appliances on it. So right now I watered my plants outdoors, and so I'm currently using some of these watering can singles that my coworker, who has a gorgeous garden, he recommended to me that I use these. And so I filled that up, and that's at the sink right now, and I'm about to water my indoor plants with that concoction and go upstairs and give y'all an update on how my monstera is looking, because she is unfurling a new leaf, and I am more than excited. You don't even know. I actually just realized I gotta put some groceries up real quick before I get a little too distracted, which I already did. I stopped by Aldi on the way home, spent $20 on 4 packs of tofu, extra firm, 1 bag of mini avocados, pack of kiwi, some of these earth-grown vegan zesty Italian meatless meatballs. These are so good. Also got strawberries. So that was a quick $20. Let me put these kiwis back in the fridge because they're nice and cold. So that was $20 on a little protein and a little fruit, but that will last me the rest of the week, in addition to groceries that I already have, and therefore $20 to make multiple meals and snacks versus $20 on one meal eating out, like I spent earlier for lunch today. $21 on lunch. Nicely stocked for the week. And then on top of that, my other coworker, he gave me some sweet corn. So I have a few ears of corn that I can incorporate into my meals this week. So it's like, everyone is just so giving and thoughtful. Get back to watering these plants. I don't know what that is, but you've got to go, because that was in the garage. I did not clean it. So let's get to watering. Oh gosh, I'm nervous. Excuse me, just gonna squeeze through. So I think that's everything on this side. I'm going to officially call it a day on the sunflowers. They're done for. Oh my gosh, did I just spill that? How did I forget that was there that fast? But I am going to keep this extra soil that's down here, put that to the side. I don't think the soil was the issue. It was more so my lack of watering. I think these are chives that my uncle gave. And then I also have some mint that is trying to get some fresh new leaves. And then the tomato. So this is obviously too big for these little guys, which I can take that dirt. I can take that dirt from that and put them in this, and then separate these into bigger containers. Should I do that now? It's kind of a lot. Should I do it now? That's kind of a lot. And I still need some trays. I do indeed still need some trays. So no, we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna put these, I'm gonna get a little water from the faucet for those guys, but we are gonna water pothos. We're gonna water, I need to name pothos actually. I don't have a name for pothos. Excuse me, but we are gonna water Denise. We're gonna water Gladys, And then I have 3 plants, unnamed plants here that my dad gave me from his house. They're also not doing super, super great, but it does look like some new leaves are trying to unfurl, which is quite exciting. And then I think this is a snake plant. So let's give these a water, shall we? Work our way from back to front. I'm not gonna do too much. These plants are on my carpet, so then over here, you know what? I'm gonna move my growing, replenishing basil, which is doing really well. Gonna move her against the wall and out the way so I can access the other guys a little better. Since she has her own grow light, she doesn't necessarily need to be over here. And matter of fact, because I don't know how long this paint project is gonna last, we're gonna go ahead and put these guys right here too. Oh gosh. So this was Denise. You might not have been able to see her clearly from over there. So Gladys and Denise I've had with me the longest. My dad took them for a little while and then gave them back to me once I moved back into a house because I was in between and then house hunting and all the things. So he was like, I'll give them a stable home so they're not, you know, not receiving the nourishment that they need. Okay. And that is for Denise and Pothos. Okay. I'm truly nervous about these on the carpet, but hey, it is what it is. Okay, I'm gonna try to move this a little bit more like condensed to the corner. 5 gallons of paint is pretty heavy. Just in case you were wondering, Gladys can stay here. She has that. Denise is literally already leaking, which is why I am glad I put a plastic tray. And then Pothos is kind of doing her own thing. I'm gonna move her a little bit over here because I need to access that side of the table for my budget video, which I'll be recording today. And this leaf is dead, so I'm gonna pull this. Okay, pulled these 2 unfortunate souls out of Pothos. Oh my gosh, this looks so crazy cluttered in here. But at one point it looked worse than this. This is just plants, so it looks actually kind of pretty. But before, when I tell y'all, I did not have my life together and I was just going back to that intro video. I was beyond stressed, and some people knew how bad it was, other people did not know how bad it was. This room was like the catch-all, just chaos, disorganization. I didn't know what to do with this room. I didn't know where to start. I couldn't start. It was just overwhelming, stressful, all the things. And I was just so overwhelmed. And then eventually my mom and my sister came to help me. And they were just like, how did it get this bad? Not you. Like, you never let your stuff go this bad. Not Ariel. How could Ariel let it get like this? And I was like, mental health. Mental health will do that to you. And this room just had so much stuff. So I do want to take care of it, see it less cluttered, see it more beautiful, being used more often. I want to have more meals at the table. So now I'm going to go ahead and move this guy off. She's doing fine, only a little bit of water. Again, little small spots of water, so I'm not too worried about that. Water this mint and these chives. Again, not going to do too much there. And then extra water I'm going to put in here for the basil. Can y'all see? Probably not. Bad with angles. Or the little self-watering port. Okay, and that is the plants watered. So we're good to go there. And as for those herbs and distributing that potting mix, I will do that. You know what? We're just going to go ahead and finish up the little... Yep, let's just go ahead and finish it up. I'm tired of just putting little things like this off. Knock this out the way. Okay, 1, 2, right there. Keep this right there. Take this dirt right here. Okay, take these guys out. Oh, this mint smells so good. I'm gonna put the rest of that water down there. Scrape out a little bit more of this soil. Then we're gonna do the chives. No, y'all, I can't even pull it out. Easy does it. That is a crazy. This grew like crazy. This did not look like this when my uncle gave it to me. What in the world? It takes up the whole base of the... What? Hey, well, there is that. Transferred the waste of the sunflowers to this. Maybe they can share for now. Okay, that works. And then we'll discard all of this mess, and now I have another pot to use. Okay, I honestly need to take this to the car because I did not have my reusable Aldi bag today and had to use a box. But I also got these plant food spikes, so you can put them inside and then you can just use regular water. So I got them kind of as something to alternate with, just to kind of see which one I might like more. But before I forget, Monstera, she is upstairs, and y'all, I gotta show you her new leaf that's unfurling. Look at that. Amazing. Amazing. She's doing amazing. Okay. So this is how Monstera is looking. This is how her trimmed and treated leaf is doing. Poor girl. I was not a good plant mom. And so I'm gonna trim this. They say you can trim these to help with the aesthetics. So I'm gonna try my best. This just feels so very wrong, I'll have you know. Get the main part. I still wanted to have some of the shape. Eek! Wow, that does look better already. You are beautiful even with your imperfections and deformities. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at her. But do y'all see this here? Y'all probably do, but I'm just being dramatic because this literally came from nowhere. I came back from drill weekend and it was just sticking out, just there. And open these guys up. She gets directions for use. Make a hole in moist soil with the Miracle Aerator spike halfway between the plant stem and the pot rim. Place one plant food spike in each hole and press it down until covered by soil. In spring and summer, replace spikes every 30 days. Replace every 60 days in winter and fall. Water plants regularly as required. Safe for all houseplants when you that's directed. Dinner. That tells you how many spikes you need here, but I'm first going to water 7, 8. There's 24 spikes, and I'm because that's what the directions say. ooh, she's dry. You see how the water just like runs along the outside and then takes a second to soak in? Oh no.
So at this point, I believe my microphone died.
I mean, I did just water before I left for training.
I am watering and putting in the aerator stick and then putting in the nutrient stick right after that. Like I said, I used a total of 6 of these, and then after I put them all in, I went and used the aerator stick to kind of just, you'll see me kind of fixing the little holes and putting the soil, making sure that that's covering them, and then I'm gonna go back in and water them again. And now I believe we are pretty much wrapping up. And here I am probably thanking y'all so much for watching and appreciating you spending time with me and hoping y'all have a great day. So, see you next time.